Tonight's operation is the culmination of the last couple of days of training for Alpha Company 2nd Ranger Battalion.
You've heard me say this before. If there's a doubt, if there's too much smoke in there, someone moved off to your left, you're not quite sure where he went. Someone moved off to your right, you're not quite sure where he went. If there's a little bit too much smoke, that round exits the muzzle at 3,100 feet per second, and there's no way to bring it back. And no one gives a rat's ass that you're sorry if you hit someone, all right?
It is now time for the real thing. Rangers open 60mm mortar rounds in preparation for the evening's mission. This ammunition is live. The green rounds are high explosives. The light green rounds are smoke. Weapons are checked, cleaned, and lubricated for the night's mission. It is priority one. Rangers always perform maintenance on their weapons before they do anything else.
Anyone? You've got to make sure that your weapon is pointed in front of you towards the ground the whole way you're assaulting at 60 feet. Understand? Do not fire at the target unless you have a target in your sector. Understand? And make sure you look to your left and your right the whole time and make sure, without a doubt, that there is nobody in front of you that you can take a chance of taking somebody down. Understand?
Rangers specialize in small unit actions, in company-size raids. In combat, 98% of the time, they will be called upon to assault and capture enemy-held airports as the spearhead element of a larger force. The Rangers will then hold the airport against all resistance.
Fucking killer, bro. You want a camera too? Hey, Mark. You out already?
We want to train as realistically as possible, as close approximation to the way we're going to fight as we can, and we're going to fight with live rounds, so we train with them. It builds a soldier's confidence in his individual weapon, and more importantly, in the Rangers on either side of him, so that when a squad over on his right flank is firing to suppress an objective, he sees those rounds going, he knows what the feel of it's like.
Tell her what you're doing right now.
I'm rolling my rounds so they can fit in my saw pouch. Otherwise, they'll be a gaggle. I won't be able to get them out when I need them.
Getting water from
Live fire exercises are the heart of Ranger training. On average, a Ranger will participate in 10 live fire missions each year. With the final preparations made, the Ranger Company is ready to board CH-47 helicopters, which will insert them into the objective. The live fire exercise has begun.
have lifted fire, over.
The objective is taken, but in Ranger training, the mission is not yet over.
This is Alpha 06. Go ahead and launch your element to HLZ large for exfil.
We here in the Rangers place a priority on the entire operation from the very beginning to the very end of it. There's a tendency to stop after the climax of seizing the objective, but that's not how it is in the real world. To train to standard and to train as we fight, we continue the operation all the way through. The casualty, identification of casualties, treatment of those casualties, evacuation of the casualties off the objective, and then evacuation of the whole force off the objective.
Within the Ranger Code is an oath that Rangers will never leave a fallen comrade behind, and they will stay and fight by the body of a fallen Ranger rather than leave it to the enemy. It was this oath that was honored in Somalia in 1993. On October 3rd of that year, a Ranger company participating in a relief and peacekeeping force to Somalia was ambushed by mercenaries of a Somali warlord. They formed a perimeter around their downed helicopter in an attempt to retrieve the wounded and dead. They found they could not dislodge the body of one of the pilots, but refused to leave him behind. They braved hours of fierce enemy fire. Of the 90 Rangers, 70 were wounded. 18 of them gave their lives. They exacted a heavy toll of their adversaries. Casualties 10 times as great as their own. Fatalities 20 times as great. It is this loyalty, this dedication, this discipline, and this courage that makes the Rangers the elite of all modern-day infantry. Rangers lead the way.
This here army don't need no lazy man.
This here army don't need no lazy man.
One of these days we might have to go to war again.
One of these days we might have to go to war again.
And when we get there, we got to be ready.
And when we get there, we got to be ready.
Do it on your left foot and do it steady.
Now do it on your left foot and do it steady.
We're hardcore,
Motivated,
dedicated,
dedicated,
stimulated,
stimulated,
percolated,
percolated.